What is going on, everybody? And I'm back with a brand new Euro 2020 fantasy football video today. And in this video, I'll be discussing captaincy options for match day 2. Now, match day 2 is spread over 4 days, unlike match day 1, which was spread over 5 days. So straight away, there is a change here. Fantasy managers will have 4 chances at choosing a successful captain on match day 2. So selecting a player on each game day with a high potential point ceiling is a smart strategy when finalising your squad. So if we scroll down, here are the 4 different matches in the 4 different days. So up first is Finland and Russia, Turkey, Wales, Italy and Switzerland. They open the account tomorrow, Wednesday the 16th of June. On Thursday you have Ukraine, North Macedonia, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, Austria. That makes up Thursday's games. On Friday, you have Sweden and Slovakia, Croatia, Czech Republic, England and Scotland. And finally, on Saturday, you have Hungary and France, Portugal, Germany, and Spain and Poland. So there are the games, guys, in each of the 4 days. So now, I'm going to go through 4 players here who make up a strong case for the armband on match day 2. Of course, on the first day, we have 3 games to choose from, and I'm going to go for Italy versus Switzerland. And the player I'm going to captain is Insigne. Now he will be in my limitless team for match day 2. So after having scored 19 goals for club side Napoli this past season, big things were expected for Italy's Insigne from an attacking perspective on match day 1. The midfielder did not let his country down, scoring the 3rd goal and acquiring 8 Euro 2020 fantasy points as Italy beat Turkey 3-0. Fielded on the left side of a 3-pronged front line, Insigne was a threat throughout and could easily have scored more than just 1 goal. The 30-year-old makes a very enticing captaincy option for matchday 2 as Italy try to build on their great start in the tournament against Switzerland in Rome. So they're also at home, which is an advantage. Okay, as we move on to Thursday's games, we'll just have another look at the games, and I'm going to pick a captain from Denmark versus Belgium. And a lot of you could guess who this captaincy option will be, and it's going to be Lukaku. He will also be in my limitless squad for matchday 2. So the absence of Belgium's chief creative playmaker, Kevin De Bruyne, did not stop Lukaku from shining on matchday 1. The Red Devils' all-time record scorer got off to an ideal start in the race for Euro 2020 Golden Boot, scoring twice as Roberto Martinez's side comfortably beat Russia 3-0, making himself Belgium's outright top scorer in Euro finals in the process. Lukaku has now hit 40 goals in his last 34 appearances for Belgium, and his matchday 1 double brought him 10 Euro fantasy points for his vast ownership. Currently 49%. It's actually gone up to 51 now since I made out this wording. Fantasy managers own Lukaku, a figure that is rising by the day. Like I said, this is constantly rising. His potency in front of goal makes him a leading candidate for the armband once again in matchday 2. So now let's move on to Friday's games. Friday's games. Okay, we have Sweden, Slovakia, Croatia, Czech Republic, and England versus Scotland. Now the game I would pick out a captain for here is England versus Scotland. And the player I'm going to pick if Insigne or Lukaku don't shine, of course, if they do if any of them two get 2 returns, I will be sticking it. I think anywhere between 9 and 10 points is a good return for captaincy. So let's move on to Kane. A highly anticipated Group D encounter at Wembley sees England face Scotland on matchday 2, and this could well be a fixture in which Kane shows his class up front. The England skipper was the highest scorer player in qualifying with 12 goals to his name, and after drawing a blank in matchday 1 against Croatia, Kane will be desperate to find the net. In a contest that means so much to both countries, the winner of this season's Premier League Golden Boot and Playmaker awards in the top 5 most owned players in Euro Fantasy at present, and it would be a great surprise if he did get chances to register at least once. Kane has already scored against Scotland too, in a FIFA World Cup qualifier at Hampton Park back in June 2017. So here's our captaincy option for Friday. And our final day captain, if it goes down to it, will be The games are Hungary, France, Portugal, Germany, Spain, and Poland. And as you can see, the best fixture here is France against Hungary. Now, Portugal are currently playing Hungary at the moment, and that is still 0-0. So Hungary are holding them out. And the captaincy option on the fourth day will be Mbappe against Hungary. Euro Fantasy assets from France are expected to be in high demand on Matchday 2 as Les Bleus take on Hungary, and many of their players represent worthwhile captaincy options. No more so than Mbappe, with the 22-year-old hunting for attack returns against opponents. France will be keen to beat while scoring plenty of goals, given goal difference could be a factor in a very tough Group F. As a key component of the French attack, Mbappe will be looking to show the sort of ruthlessness in front of goal that saw him rack up 42 goals for PSG in the 2021 season. For those Euro fantasy managers looking for a captain on the final day of Matchday 2, Mbappe looks an ideal selection. So there you go, guys. There are my 4 different captaincy options for Matchday 2. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I'll be back with more Euro 2020 content.